Hi, my loves. Welcome to another episode of Mally Makes It Better. I'm Mally Roncal, celebrity makeup artist, creator of Mally Beauty. I'm also a wife, a mommy of 3 little girls. We have 2 pit bulls, 3 guinea pigs, 2 rabbits, 1 that's special needs. And actually, I have to share, we did lose a fish this morning. Rest in power, Shimmer. I am very excited because today is an all beauty episode of Mally Makes It Better. Now, as you may or may not know, I've been a celebrity makeup artist for years. I'm gonna say well over 20 years. And I've learned a few tips here and there. And I love sharing them with you every single day. It is really where my heart is. So stay tuned. Grab your coffee, grab your water, grab whatever you want, and let's sit back. We're gonna make some things better around here, y'all. Here we go. Okay. I am a makeup artist, right? But I've also been around some of the biggest, best, most fabulous hairstylists in the world, working on my celebrity clients. So I've learned a thing or two about hair. I'm gonna show you how I take this strange shaped hair at the moment and how I do my kind of on-air hair or wavy hair or beachy hair. I don't know what it's called. Let's just call it the Mally hair. This is how I do the Mally hair. Ready? Let's go. So first step in curling the Mally hair is I wash it at night and then I let it air dry. Sometimes I get it blown out, obviously when I have people doing my hair, but normally I don't blow it out myself. Another thing is I'm taking a heat protectant and I'm spraying it into my clean hair and just letting it dry, letting it air dry, taking special care to the ends. Let me explain. I know this is going to be very, very shocking to you. Hold on to your hats. I am not a natural blonde. This is kind of my natural hair color because I haven't had my roots done in a really long time. I believe this is 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches. I'm not positive. It is set to a medium heat. I wish I could tell you what the heat was, but this thing is so old that I don't know, but I'm gonna say it's like halfway. Okay, so you wanna separate your hair in the back and bring all the hair to the front. And I start in the back here. Now I've brushed all my hair through, so all of it, there's no tangles or anything like that. I start kind of in the middle of the hair shaft like so, and start smoothing and pulling it like that. After you curl the piece of hair, after you curl each section, I just kind of throw it back behind my shoulder, just to keep track of everything. I curl everything back and I curl everything in the same direction, just like so. Oh my goodness, the dogs are barking. This is real life here, people. Dogs barking, kids screaming, you get it. Sometimes if you want the hair to look a little less undone, you don't curl the end of the hair. Do you see how I left the end of the hair out? So basically that part is not going to get curled. So when I release it from the curling iron, you have the wave, but you have a straight end. So you're going to see 2 differences here. This is the more polished curl, where the curl goes all the way to the end, and this is the more beachy curl, where it stays straight and it's a little bit less polished or finished. I'm going to continue with the polished. I'm going to curl this one again at the ends, and I'm going to continue with the polished just because that's what I'm feeling today. Here's another little hack that I've learned. When I'm seriously due for a trim and my ends are really fried, I actually like it better when I curl it all the way to the end because it kind of hides the split end a little bit. Where if you are leaving the ends natural and straight, you can really notice that that hair is fried. We're just going to continue all the way to the front, just like so. And just following that same idea all the way to the front. So I've done everything except for this front piece. I'm going to show you this because I like to do the front a little bit different than the rest of the hair, because I like it to have a little wave higher, closer to my head. So I start by curling it from the middle, and then I go in closer to my scalp. So I don't usually get that close to my scalp on the other pieces. And then I keep pulling out and curling a little bit. And pull out and curl a little bit. So the curl gets a little bit higher in the front. Do you see the difference? That's how I do the front. Now I'm gonna do the other side. So as you can see, I did all of this side as well. And I'm just gonna finish up with the last two here in the front. I'm gonna curl these a little bit tighter, just because, again, I want them to have a nice shape for the front of the face. My hair, which is obviously dyed, truth be told, I have a lot of breakage. So sometimes you kind of have to go in and see if there were any pieces that were neglected or that need a little touch up. The thing about kind of curling your whole head is you do want to make sure that the pieces are sort of, you know, all have been touched by the iron, but it doesn't necessarily have to be totally perfect. So you can see that everything has been curled kind of in the same direction, curled back. And then what I usually do is I take a little bit of hairspray, which of course I don't have right in front of me. Hold please. Sorry. So then what I usually do is I take a little bit of hairspray and I just kind of very lightly go through the whole thing. Then I flip over and I give it a shake. I flip back. Wait, can I do that again? That's kind of like my pop star. And then I give it a shake and that's it. And then we're done. Okay, ready to hit the clubs. Just kidding. Ready to go wash the dishes. Okie dokie. I am going to show you how to get the most natural looking complexion and brows that of course last all day. Ready? You want to see how I got this look? You always want to start with a great primer, okay? Something that is very necessary when it comes to making makeup last all day is a great primer that will not only keep your makeup from traveling or moving, but also what it does is we put moisturizer on, right? Every single day. Hopefully you're putting your moisturizer on. And what happens is that moisturizer, its job is to go down deep into the skin to hydrate you and make you look younger and fresher. Well, the primer acts as a barrier, right, between the moisturizer and your makeup, so that your makeup doesn't attach to your moisturizer and go down deep into your skin as well. That's why your makeup is disappearing by noon, and that's the reason why you need to use a great primer that's gonna keep it locked on and stay all day. Now you're gonna use a great foundation, okay? And that's going to really even out your skin tone and make you look fresher and younger. I'm gonna be using my Flawless Finish. This is very well loved, as you can see. I like to do an all over sort of wash of coverage. And what that does is it really just kind of creates that sort of even balance to the skin. And I'm just kind of going all over, just like so. As you can see, it's super, super thin. That's the thing. That's the natural secret. If you have extra, redness to the skin that you really want to cover, but you don't want to go too crazy, just go ahead and tap that on. I like to kind of stipple it on. And you see I have a lot of issues right over here. Another little bonus points if you want to take it down a little bit, down to your neck. So we primed, we put on our base, and now we want to conceal. Getting a great concealer that doesn't look like a heavy, thick concealer is certainly going to be your best friend. This is my Starfruit concealer. Again, very well loved. Put it underneath the eyes like that. Between the eyebrows, a little bit right here on the laugh lines, and a little on the chin. And then what I want to do is start to blend it out. Here we go. All right. You don't need a lot. And already I'm starting to see that brightening effect. And take it all the way out towards the cheekbone. That's going to help to lift the entire face. If you want to use a brush, this is the sort of action I like to use with a brush. A little blending out like that. You don't need to. You can just use your fingers. There you go. Last step, you got to set it, okay? So I love to use my Face Defender for this. Wow. Take away any shine or any drama. There's your complexion. Completely natural looking. Doesn't look like you have a big, thick, heavy mask on your face. And now, let's do the brows. The key to doing perfect natural looking brows is 3 things. Lift, define, and you want to brighten. And these 3 pieces are the way that I do it every single day to have natural looking brows that stay. Brow gel, I think, is one of those things that people really do not do. And it's really important to do so because you want those brows to kind of stay up. So I do a nice sort of soft, light coat of the brow gel to really lift up those brows and see what you're working with. You know what I'm saying? To see how immediately when you lift those brows, your eyes look totally wide awake. And I do a nice light coat of that because, spoiler alert, I'm gonna put some more on at the end of the show. Good way to let that dry is to always have a nice fan. This is a really great pencil because the harder you press, ooh, my hair. The harder you press, the darker the shade. So it's great because it works for everyone. Again, very simply, start the brow here. This is the highest point of the brow when you turn it towards the end of the iris. And then this is where your brow ends. Use short feathery strokes. And I'm gonna really show you the difference this makes. And you want to lift up that brow and create that arch. Already, you see a difference, right? I know, it's crazy. Oopsie, and if you make a mistake, just move quickly and try to wipe it away. See the difference? Happy, big, full, bushy, gorgeous brow. Very skinny. This is the reason why. That is what we want. So the final step to the brows is brightening. And it really is not just about the brows, it's about brightening the entire face. So I'm gonna use this beautiful little brightening stick that I created. You wanna take it and just carve out that brow very gently and just go right under the brow. Carve it out. Give it the look of a lift. There you go, just like so. Also, this is a very famous trick that I've been doing for 100 years. Tapping that right into the tear duct in the inner corners of the eyes. I love to do this and just really encompassing that whole eye area with brightness. But here's a little secret. You want to do it. I know. You're like, well, wait, I thought we were talking about the eyes. This is bonus points, guys. Put it right on either sides of the mouth and then blend it in gently. And that gives the look of a smilier face. Thank you. So that's it, my loves. The easiest way to get not only the most natural looking complexion and brows, but also making it last all day. Oh, and did we add the bonus brightening points? Oh, yes, we did. Get ready, go out there, conquer the world. I love you so much. Thanks for joining me. This is my favorite part of every episode where I get to answer a question from one of my amazing Malinistas. So here we go. Hi, Mally, love you. I've been having a really hard time over these past few months. My question is, how do you handle your stress? That's from Betsy. Okay, here's the thing. I have had to learn over all of these years, and I'm 48 years old, how to handle stress. I had a very bad habit for many, many years of not handling stress. In other words, pushing stress away, pretending that it wasn't there, pretending that I basically was bigger than stress and that I could handle it by not handling it. Very, very bad idea. When you don't address your stress, it will find a way out of your body. Those pimples maybe you're having, that breakout. In my case, all my hair fell out. I had alopecia areata, and I found that the stress said, hey, I'm gonna get your attention. And you know how I got it? By making my hair fall out. And I knew at that point that I had to talk to someone, whether it was my dad or Phil or my best friends or my cousins, my family, and release the stress. Let it out, because if you don't let it out, it's gonna find a way out. And sometimes it's physically, whether again, it's your skin or it's your hair or God forbid, some kind of an illness. Stress is real, stress is powerful, so you need to let it out. Talk to somebody, listen to podcasts, watch videos, surround yourself with people and energy that's gonna make you feel good. That's what I found. So together, you and me, warriors, let's get rid of that. Stress is gonna come. We just gotta figure out how to meet it face to face and say, I'm bigger than you. Okay? So that's it, my loves. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Mally Makes It Better. I hope that maybe you felt good, maybe you learned a little tip or a little secret, something that's gonna help you look fierce, but even more importantly, feel fierce. You know that I pray for you and give you positive energy every single day. This family, this community, all of us here together, you know it's not an accident, right? That we find each other for a reason. And I'm so happy and so blessed and so honored that you found me here. Let's go out there. Let's be positivity preachers. Let's keep on changing the world. We are doing it one person at a time. I love you, and I'll see you next time for another episode of Mally Makes It Better. Now I will do the impromptu dancing that my children find so embarrassing. I gotta do it. Okay, done.